coming from? The word is from the Greek words, and it have two Greek words. The first one is angion, meaning vessel, and the second one is sperma, meaning seed. They are divided into two groups, which is monocotyledon and dicotyledon, or we can call it as monocots and dicots. And this is divided by their percentage of seeds. So that's all about angiosperm.
So here we can see this is hibiscus plant. Hibiscus plant is actually an example of dicotyledon. This hibiscus is named dicotyledon because they have two cotyledon, and then the leaf, as you can see, it has like a network vein leaf, and usually there are vascular bundle which have xylem cells and phloem cells, is usually in ring shape, and their roots are taproots. Here we can see bougainvillea. So bougainvillea is also a dicotyledon because it has two cotyledon, and if you can see, the leaf is network vein, and they also have taproots.
Hi, I'm sitting under a palm tree, and it's a type of angiosperm, and it's a unique thing because it is a monocot. And one thing you have to know is it's come from Aricaceae family. So about monocot, we know that the seed is one cotyledon, and the root is fibrous root, and the vascula is scattered, and the leaf is in parallel veins. You can see it's parallel, and the flower is multiple of three. So this type of palm trees, they produce seeds, so they are monocot angiosperm. This is orchid, and orchid are the largest member of monocots among the angiosperm, and they have more to 25 to 30,000 of species, and there are more species that are continually described.
Biophyte is a non-vascular land plants. They are reproduced via spores rather than flowers and seeds. Most of them are found in damp environment like this. These are examples of moss.
Water is essential for moss to grow. However, in dry conditions, moss will dry up. However, it can still survive. But when the moss touches the water, it will continue to grow and spread.
The things you have to know is they are seedless and they procreate through spores. They don't have conducting tissues to transport water and minerals, but instead the water and minerals from the surface of these plants are absorbed and flows inside this plant's body. And the second thing is This is why this type of plant have to keep the environment is moist to keep them always survive.
So Pteridophytes is one of the first true land plants. This one is one of the examples. One of the examples of Pteridophytes. It's actually called bird's nest fern. Bird's nest fern is epiphytic species of fern in family Aplanaceae, native to tropical southeastern Asia, eastern Australia, Hawaii, Polynesia, Christmas Island, India and Eastern Africa. It is known by the common names bird's nest fern or simply nest fern.
Chordata is a third above the anus. Chordata is a type of vertebrate animal which is they have a backbone. Let's see.
Chordatas include vertebrates, turdicates, and cephalochordates. A chordata's life begins by fertilization of an egg, whether internal or external.
That you just saw now, the butterfly and the ant is one of the types of arthropods. Arthropod is an invertebrate animal having an exoskeleton and a segmented body and paired jointed appendages. Arthropods from the phylum Euarthropoda, which includes insects, arachnids, myropods and crustaceans.
This is blue turkey tail, which is one of the fungi. They are heterophobe, which they can make their own food, and they also reproduce by spores.
Fungi are called saprobes, which means that they feed on dead organic matter. And some fungi even act as parasites that latch onto plants and therefore causing them to get diseases.
Christmas tree. Gymnosperm is a flowerless plant that produce cones and seeds. They does not produce fruits and flower, and the other name of gymnosperm is naked seed. To all of you guys. So the taxonomy of the cats is reflect that she is a Animalia kingdom and phylum Chordata, the class of Mammalia and order Carnivora. Cats then are members of the Felidae family and classified with the genus and species Felis catus.
So its habitat is in forest, grassland, rural areas, agricultural land, and urban areas, and more.
Cats have 6 life stages, and the first stage of their life is the kitten stage. So when they are kittens, they will have a very high play drive, and they will be very playful and will play with a lot of toys. And the second stage of their life is called the junior stage, which is from 6 months old to 2 years old, and at this age they will experience sexual maturity. So the next stage of their life is the prime stage, which is from when they are 3 years old to 6 years old. So during the prime stage, it is very imperative to take them to medical checkups to check for underlying health conditions. And the next stage is when they will reach maturity, which is from 7 years to 10 years. So at this stage, their play drive will slowly decrease, and it is more easier for them to gain weight because they stop being active. So the next stage is called the senior stage, which is from 11 years to 14 years old. So at this stage the cats are pretty much equivalent to 70 human years, which is pretty old. And the last stage of their life is the geriatric stage, which is from 15 years old to 15 years old and over. And at this stage, it is best to bring them for frequent medical checkups to make sure that they don't have any underlying medical problems.
So in this topic, we will be talking about cat, or more scientifically named is Felidae. So Felidae is actually a type of chordata, and they are more specified to two, which is the wild cats and the domestic cat. Since we are talking about domestic cat, the most closely related species is the wild cats itself, which is, for example, the lions, the jaguar, the panther, and even the South African tiger. So, although they may be closely related, they also have differences in which domestic cat is not a hunting animal, but for the wild cats, they are hunting animals. But the similarities between them is they both are carnivore, which is they eat meat, not vegetables.
Studies have found that owning a cat can actually lower your stress level, which in turn will have a knock-on effect on your risk of having heart disease. Owning a cat can actually lower one's risk of heart diseases, including stroke, by around 50%.